You have reached Atheist Republic voicemails. God may not be listening to you, but the citizens of the Atheist Republic are. Leave us a voicemail on atheistrepublic.com for a chance to have your message broadcast to our followers worldwide. Send us your opinions, stories, advice, or concerns. Together, we'll build a platform for atheist voices all around the globe.
You know, I heard this one time. Someone said this, not me. And they were right, very right. They said, I would rather believe in a God, in a religion, and die and realize there is no God, than to die not believing in a God and realizing there is a God. Now you choose how you want to die.
Incident at Antioch. You atheists are ignorant. It's like the Bible already says the other way wasn't working, so we had to do another way. When are you gonna learn that rules doesn't work? The Jews rebelled and rebelled and rebelled. I mean, isn't that supposed to be a, like, what is it called? An example to how we should not live like the Jews. I mean, you guys talk about God killing and everything. Well, and then you say free will. There's no free will. Well, yes, there's free will, and yes, there's evil. So if God can't he won't stop free will, and people can do whatever they want, and God won't stop them. What can He do? Is kill them, because He can't stop His free will. All the people were evil in the Bible. God never killed. If you want to say God killed 1,000,000 people, okay, let's say God never killed one innocent person. You look up that. I'm tired of looking up shit for you. And you ignorant enough to not, even when I look it up, that's the first time you see it. Taking out little bits and pieces saying like, oh, this is bad, this is bad. It's like the same thing with our society, right? And then we justify ourselves, but God actually justifies what He does. Like, the people are evil. Like, you should do good to people and not care nothing about the other person. But yeah, all right.
Hello, my name is Michael. I'm sorry I sent a earlier recording, but I got a lot of hacks going into my phone. I'm kind of curious to the atheist movement to find out what it is that you guys really believe. The one thing that I've learned is that you talk a lot about the things that you don't believe, and you want proof for anyone who says anything against something that they need to show proof, or you don't hold it to be anything of any kind of sound document. And I appreciate that. And I respect that 100%. But I have a statement, and because that I'm a Christian, I would like for someone to contact me back to this question. Biblically, it talks about God saying that mankind will surely live and surely die. Where is it in anything of your reference, in anything that you look at, anything that you archive, anything that you try to research? Where is it in any of that logic way of your research that it says in any other biblical way that mankind will surely live and die? Because we do die. Now, we do have other ways to try to prolong life, but the Bible doesn't really talk about how we prolong life. It states that mankind is born and mankind surely dies. Now that mankind is born and mankind surely dies, why isn't it that mankind doesn't die? That is biblical, and to me, that is proof of God. Because you can't find it anywhere, and if you can, please explain it to me, where mankind and where it's established in any reference on this planet Earth of where mankind dies, and where is that established? I know that it's established in the Bible, so please contact me back and let me know. My number is 517-894-6916. I'm not sitting here trying to throw bullets at you guys. I just basically want to sit back and have some real clear debate or conversation about what that means to you guys. Because we have to understand something. Why hasn't that changed? The fact that mankind surely dies and mankind does live. Why hasn't that changed? And that is biblical. So please get back to me.
Hey there. I don't have a lot of time. I have 5 minutes. I've tried to record this like 4 times. So I'm going to speak really quickly. The first thing I would like to say is thank you so much for having me on this show. I appreciate all of you. I never watched the show. However, I did watch for a few seconds before recording this. You all seem like very warm and lovely people, and I'm sure you are. Thank you for having me. Thank you for listening to what I'm about to say with an open mind, and give me this platform. Wouldn't have had it otherwise, so I am very appreciative. I've tried to do this a few different ways, but now I think I'm just going to get straight to the matter at hand. I tried to give some background for myself, but I can't. I keep talking too much. Crux of the matter is I'm 25. I was raised Catholic in the Bible Belt in Texas to a Mexican parent, and you all know how Catholicism runs rampant through the Latin culture. I didn't believe in God because my dad died when I was 7 months old for zero reason, car accident, right? And you wonder and you sit and you're like, why does God allow such bad things in the universe? As a kid, you try to understand, you try to talk to God, and then there's no answer, and you're like, fuck, okay, he's not there. That's when I became an atheist. It was like 10 or 11. I think that was really beneficial for me because what it did is it showed me that there probably isn't an afterlife, and this one shot of existence that I'm lucky enough to have, dear God, it's so improbable for us to be sitting here right now. Is really special, that this experience that I have. It's the only one I get. And so that allowed me to be a go-getter in life. And that allowed me to say like, oh, well, this is all I get. So, I can sleep when I'm dead. Kind of a really morbid or, again, beautiful way to think about it. Anywho, I came back to God. And yeah. Think what you think, whatever. But let me tell you, I did it through science. We're all science people here, right? We all believe in science, at least. If you're here at Atheist, if you don't believe in any sort of God or religion, then you probably believe in science. And when I look at the posts and some of the things, a lot of it's good. A lot of it should be done. But some of the things that I see when I do happen to scroll Facebook, I often see so many things that are so pessimistic in the atheist community. And so without understanding or even attempt to understand, you try to say that, if you're scientists and you're educated and you're people who value knowledge, a lot of you have turned away, if not even tried to understand. Some of you, people tried to show you and you're like, rah, and then you kept going. Some of it you did try to understand but couldn't and stopped. And there's a bunch of different ways, but you never really tried. If you believe in science, go look at everything. I'm telling you, look at everything. Look at how vibration works. Look at how light works. Look at how matter works. Once you learn enough science, you can actually start to see where the different portions of sciences intersect. Often that is with art. So I suggest music or some sort of art to accompany science, because these things are intertwined in ways the more people can even understand. But look at vibration and infinite octaves. Look at the spectrum and how it's a circle. You have red on one side, you have blue on the other side. Well, you know what? Connect those. It turns into purple, back into red, again back into blue. Like it's a circle. It's infinite, and there's different octaves. And God is the greatest thing, right? So why can't God be on an octave we don't understand? Like, we can only understand what our eyes are capable of perceiving. We can only understand what our ears are capable of hearing. Now, for eyes, that's the visible light spectrum. For ears, that's like about 20 hertz to 20,000 kilohertz, give or take, depending on your age and your ears in particular. But there's so many things that we don't see. You look at science, and when we explore the world, there were so many things that were there, but we never knew, or we had thought about, but we couldn't prove it. So everything that people think exists is out there. Like, don't throw silly shit into what I'm saying here, because obviously not everything. But God is there. You just gotta look. What is science if not understanding the world that God has made? We're going at it about the same way. Some people use a book. Some people look at the world around them. But eventually what's going to happen is you're going to look at the world long enough, and you're going to see it if you look long enough, if you look in the right way. And what that takes is time and experience and knowledge. And you don't have to do it, but I think it'd be greatly beneficial for you. Anyway, I hope there's a good response. Thank you for having me. I think this is the best 5 minutes I could get. I didn't say everything I wanted to say, but take care. Goodbye.
Please consider supporting us by sharing the podcast with your fellow heathens, or donating by going to atheistrepublic.com and clicking on support. Subscribe to Atheist Republic voicemails on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app. And please leave us a review.